Finally.
What are you doing?
That's what's playing right now.
That's what's playing right now. That's an entirely different thing than we thought. Was that
Oh,
Daniel's
no, hold on.
playlist?
It's delayed.
There it is.
Oh, there we
it is,
go.
yeah.
All right, cool.
We sound like we know what we're doing.
We do sound like we know what we're doing because we don't know what we're doing.
We don't. This is an odd show for a variety of reasons, but I'm excited about it. Why? Because this is an episode that is going to feature heavily the long since missing cliff arm, which should be, for those folks who are just listening, the cliff arm should be front and center in every episode, but that asshole Kyle keeps taking the spot, and I was just so. This arm was just so eager to get out there in the world.
Wouldn't it usually be this arm since you sit on this side?
No. The
like,
previous, there was one cliff arm episode, and it was this arm.
True.
The horseshoe is a bit more
That
pronounced.
is the
on this arm
original
anyway.
hashtag cliff arm.
Yes. So yeah, I did murder that bastard. I don't care that he's my brother.
Not to be
but he's
confused.
gone because the arm needed to come out.
You Cain-enabled that motherfucker.
I can't enable that motherfucker.
Yep.
Noise.
I'm just kidding, folks. I didn't admit to homicide. I did lobby to get that motherfucker fired, though. So now he is gone permanently, out on the streets, unemployed, all because I needed this arm out here.
You can
for everyone
lobby
to see.
someone to permanently unemploy someone else. Like, not just you're fired from this job.
Well, you
but
fire them from you lobby for the firing at this job, but then you do all sorts of behind the scenes things to wreck their reputation.
Sure.
You want to make sure you can they can be
What
done.
types of things about Kyle?
Well, you would need to, one, hijack their social media and post all sorts of offensive things on that.
His social media already sucks, though.
It does suck, but you increase the reach of the social media by hijacking it and posting really, really racist things that go viral, and then so his name becomes infamous, like that one gal who said that thing on that plane, and then everyone got upset with her.
That's right. Yeah.
That one joke about AIDS in Africa, made the joke, flew to Africa, arrived, woke up, hey, you're fired, and everyone in the
And
universe
everyone in
hates
the world hates you.
That's what you would need to do to ruin someone's reputation.
Serious question. If you could go world-class bicep-tricep combo or world-class forearm and delt combo, which one would you take? Like, I'm talking world-class bicep-tricep with, like, exercise guy, delt, and forearm.
So no, I would have really loved if it was like with like Holocaust survivor. Like
that would be.
So are you talking about the ideal set of exercises
for
or
right
ideal
now.
body?
No, I'm talking about for right now, for that camera, in order for you to look as good as you want to look.
No, for me to look,
which would you prefer?
Well, for this, it's probably more bicep tricep. Even though my biceps and triceps are hid pretty good here, it would be better to. Oh, I'm on a different camera. I'm on a camera that's not. This
was the camera you were just on.
I know. This is the cliff arm camera, as you can see. This is so biceps and triceps are more useful here. Right now, though, yeah, forearm is a thing that's veiny. Forearm is a thing that's showing.
This seat,
huh?
where people who
like
sit
whoever
in
sits
this
in it is
seat
just an asshole?
lose their fucking minds. Like you just don't. You have nothing.
So,
like Kyle sits there and talks about fucking nothing for hours.
So here's the thing. Like this building was built on an ancient burial ground
of asbestos. Asbestos burial ground.
Asbestos, but then also. Basically, there was a crone. At one time, she was wronged, and basically, the chair of narcissism was created.
Stupid. The crone's husband rubbed that chair and said, "Whoever sits here is stupid," and whoever sits there now acts really dumb.
Like really.
What
dumb.
I think is there's a more mundane explanation. Is there's a gas leak that just kind of directs itself right here, but it's not that natural gas that has that artificial smell in it. It's the silent smell. But it doesn't. It's not enough to kill you. It's just enough to make you awesome.
You said silent smell.
Yeah.
And I feel like silent
Yeah,
smell
there we
is
go.
a great band name.
That is not bad. That is not bad.
It's a really good band name. Silent smell.
Wait, hold on. What is the smell version of silent? Wait, hold on. Silent means you can't hear it.
Olfactorily undetectable smell.
Yes.
That's a great thing to Google.
Odorless. Yeah, odorless.
Odorless. Odorless.
I like how we have
That's a 3-syllable word. That's too much for that.
Which, by the way, I do want to hashtag Cliff Arm is not to be confused with hashtag Cliff Farm.
That's good.
Which is a great cheese brand.
Is it?
Cliff Farms.
Oh, damn it! I've had a retirement plan of opening a farm called Cliff Farm. There, it would be cheese centric. So obviously, because of my background. So the fact that
it's not real, Cliff.
Is this the worst 10 minutes of the show that we've ever done?
It is.
This could be the worst 10 minutes of the show we've ever done. But I'm going to try and turn it around by literally talking about anything else. So Chase is out gallivanting as a regionals athlete.
What I really think is important, though, for the Cliff Farm is what milk are you getting?
Oh, God.
Stupid.
What milk?
Stupid.
Was it a goat-centric farm, which seems more
I
obvious?
don't know,
or a
man.
cow-centric
It's your
farm?
dairy farm.
Yeah,
Cliff.
it's up to
Why
you,
are you
man.
asking me?
Cows are way more of a pain in the ass to deal with because you sort of have to ride a horse to corral those sons of bitches, whereas goats, even a really badass goat, you can wrestle that fucker to the ground.
You'd look really cool riding a properly sized horse.
Properly sized horse, yeah.
Otherwise, less so.
You know, I saw, speaking of
Which
wrestling,
actually, by the way, if we get 250 5-star reviews, we will have Cliff ride a pony until that pony gives out.
That's it. I'm not into the animal rights activism there, so I don't really care if the pony dies. So I'm fine with it.
I'm not okay with
other
that.
people like complain.
I am not okay with that.
I almost got a spit take
gonna
out
make
of that.
I'm gonna make a strong no.
I'm perfectly fine with animal cruelty. I have no objections.
It was the combination of that and the image in my head of you getting like I would imagine like in like a full like horse rider regalia or whatever, leaping onto a pony and then and then that's it.
What we should do is dress Cliff up as a horse and have a pony ride him. A pony dressed as a human.
Yeah.
Ride
or
there are some people who are into
or dress Cliff up as a horse. And then Cliff finds out something new about himself.
I've got it. Centaur Cliff. All right, so we make a costume that's just pants that make your legs look the front legs of a horse, and the attachment behind you is like the back legs of a horse and the body, but the back legs are on wheels, so you can just walk around.
But who's in the back? Who's operating the back?
No, it's on wheels. It's just attached
I want
to you.
someone there, though.
Fine.
I want someone
Daniel
subservient.
volunteers.
No. There we go.
Daniel does not volunteer.
He wants to go in an L shape with his head where your ass is.
Precisely. There's no.
No, see, all right. So we're talking about like the pony.
I'd arrange the diet around that specifically. They're very bean centric.
We're talking about a pony or whatever being animal cruelty. Being the back half of a cliff tar is that's a human rights abuse.
Cliff tar.
I also don't care. I don't care about animal rights or human rights either.
I hate this conversation so much. So much I hate this conversation.
People are looking for work, man. That's what I'm saying. Someone should get that job. Someone needs that job.
Being the back half of a cliff centaur.
Exactly.
Cliff tar.
255-star reviews, and we will randomly pick one of the reviewers to be the back half of a cliff tar. Congratulations. You can witness us murder somebody.
Hashtag cliff tar.
And you get to pick what I'm going to eat in the meal 3 or 4 hours before that.
Cuttlefish and asparagus?
You know.
Yeah.
You know.
Cuttlefish and asparagus. Oh, well, what was the good
It was
alternative?
like vanilla. It was like pudding or something. I forget what it was. It was some like sort of dessert dish.
Yes, something with vanilla in it. But then the other was cuttlefish and asparagus.
Okay. I saw a picture on the Flow Rodeo Instagram account
Sure.
of what looked like a little girl wrestling a sheep.
Oh, cool.
And I thought to myself that I really want to do that.
Yeah, that can get done. I almost wrestled a goat on many occasions. I did wrestle goats on many occasions. It's doable.
While you were filming Artois?
You bet your ass. If I were such pussies, here's one thing that happened on Artois is we were visiting a goat farm, and just one of the locations, one of the folks doing it, she was showing us around, and then one of the goats, who was a wild goat, apparently, had grown up as a wild goat that they tamed, was kind of running around all crazy, and it was me, Kyle, and Richard standing all in a line. Yeah, standing all in a line in front of each other. The wild goat ran for us, and we're standing in a narrow corridor. And she was like, "Hey guys, get that," as in stop it from going past you, thinking that these are manly men. She was a woman, but she's a woman experienced with goats, obviously passing through this narrow passageway, just barely wide enough for me, Kyle, and Richard to pass through. Surely the three of us together could stop this goat. Nope, just squeezed right the fuck past us, despite sticking out an arm trying to stop it. It's like, no, we're not really men, and you're not really a man unless you work on a farm, and which is why that's my retirement plan.
Sure. Good point. Good point. Those of you who are watching can see the main reason why I want to wrestle that sheep is because of how fucking fluffy it looks.
Oh, yeah.
I feel like it would be getting tackled by a stiff pillow.
What did
No. It's like you're getting tackled by like a shag carpet.
Chase is here, and he just literally walked
First of
into
all,
that sentence.
we need more fucking cliff arm.
Oh yeah,
that
that's
camera.
my complaint. Obviously.
No, sorry. We've moved on from Cliff Arm to Cliff Farms.
Yes.
That's genius. Trademark that like right now. Like, why are we even doing this? I don't know what Cliff Farms sells, but I'm buying.
Oh, it's going to sell cheese.
Goat cheese.
We were not necessarily. It could be goat, sheep, or cow. You need to decide which one to go with. It could be a combination.
Human
you can
cheese.
Do sheep and goat. That is the most
combination
dangerous
or
cheese.
combination?
Human cheese, the most dangerous. cheese.
Mostly because it gives you mad cow.
Well, that is your marketing slogan. Human cheese, the most dangerous cheese. All right,
It's
I'm done with
dairy-free,
this
so I
fucking
can take more of
conversation.
it.
We're done. Game's
Okay.
over.
Wait,
what?
human
Did
milk
you
is
just
dairy-free?
say human cheese is dairy free?
It is, right?
It
It's
is
not-
dairy.
It is dairy. Like
Milk
it's
is milk. Chase.
the
What? I feel like. Did you go to the 8th grade? What happened?
There's no
dude?
such thing as human milk.
What?
Wait, there is. Oh,
yeah.
Oh, you're being serious.
You're being serious?
You're being serious when you
was
said that.
right
You
in
said
this
that
virus.
seriously.
I think we just witnessed live on air a
stroke?
Yes, live on air a stroke. We need to take him to that. Stop the podcast now and rush Chase to the hospital.
Guys, I have a long history of repetitive head injuries.
Armen, you're gonna need to vlog Chase's stroke.
Dude. Danger, man.
Yeah, so it turns out humans produce milk. That's new.
That's literally what makes us human. I don't know what else there is. You know, mammals, milk producing glands, the only thing that separates mammals from other. No,
Oh, man,
Are
I
we
watched
not?
this movie, The Titan, on Netflix, and I'm pretty sure we're all reptiles.
I saw the trailer for that. I did not watch it because it looks terrible.
bad.
But
It
my
can't
brother and
confirm.
he has the same experience where he sees the trailer for these things, but then he watches them, and I was like, "How was it?" And he said, "It's." You already brought up the trailer. That was fast. He said it's terrible. It's like basically his description of it was it's like $100 million budget B movie, like straight to on demand
Who is
movie.
that chick? What else has she been in?
I don't know, man. What could she possibly? It's just like anonymous actor chick.
Well, no,
They did
the
not.
chick
They
from
did
Game
not
of
spend
Thrones.
$100 million.
Yeah, no, there's the Game of Thrones chick is there.
Game of Thrones chick is in there.
Yeah, she
Which
is,
chick?
the topless black chick that hangs out with the Daenerys.
Melisandre.
No, that is
No,
a white.
Hangs out with the
Redhead.
eunuch,
Is the,
soldier guy.
I did not get
oh my
that.
God.
Daenerys is right-hand woman.
I know.
Yeah.
Oh, I know who you're talking about. Okay.
Oh my God! It's got no. It's got Sam Worthington.
Yes, it does.
Not for long.
Which man, his career has done a thing. And Taylor Schilling of Netflix fame, Orange is the New Black.
Oh, that's
Cool.
who that is.
Yeah, that's who
that is.
you're talking
This
about.
is a murderer's row of boring actors who have secondary roles in kind of okay shows.
It works out for Sam because at the halfway point they get rid of his ability to talk. So
Really?
Oh,
and they get rid of his
Oh.
ability to emote. So he is just this gigantic alien-looking thing from like the not the Covenant. Yeah, the Covenant.
So nothing changes?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
You're talking about Alien Covenant?
No, I'm talking
Like
about
Prometheus?
Prometheus.
Same
the
aliens.
big white monster
Yep.
thing.
Same aliens.
God. Oh man. So I opened up Sam Worthington's IMDb
Do they
here.
produce
And
milk?
there's 85 Avatar movies in pre-production.
Well, no, that's what I was about to say. It's like basically his past, several years since Avatar has just been like a slide down. But man, shit's about to pick up for him because he's got four Avatar movies.
I mean, here's
four of them.
Sam Worthington is a feller who has a career, and first of all, he's very handsome and he's very Australian, and that tends to be the thing folks go for nowadays. But he only has a career because James Cameron decided to cast this unknown handsome Australian in his giant movie Avatar, and so all the other folks and all the other movies, Hollywood studios, wanted to hire him as this hot new thing. So that good 3 or 4 year period where Sam Worthington starred in all the things was the period where we realized that Sam Worthington, well, one, he suffers the main problem that Australian actors brought over to America to be leading men suffer from.
He can't do an English accent?
He can't do an American accent,
Yeah.
yes. He can't. It cracks too much. You know, Chris Hemsworth, flawless. The other ones, Hugh Jackman, never heard him crack, not once. Yeah, but Sam Worthington, you hear that. I can't.
We're gonna have a good day, mate.
Exactly. That is exactly what I heard about 4 or 5 times with Avatar. And that really broke his character, I think.
So, just bringing up Avatar, like I think one of my favorite things that I've heard about in the past couple of years was the fact that obviously Avatar 2, as of right now, is going to be released in 2020, right?
Good God.
So you remember, I think it was actually at your Super Bowl party, like, I don't know, 2 years ago, something like that. The ads on TV during the Super Bowl for like the world of Avatar at Disney World and all of that. So apparently there was a whole thing going on with Disney when they signed on to do that. That was about like, hey, I'm James Cameron. I promise you that by the time this theme park thing exists, there will be at least 2 more Avatar movies to help drive people to really care about the world of Pandora.
We're talking Avatar 2,
Avatar 3,
Avatar 3, Avatest,
Avatar 4, Rise of the Machines,
Avatar 5, Annihilation.
Avatar 6, Salvation.
There we go.
I just hope Avatar 2 is Avatar 2 Judgment Day, and that the planet ends. The stupid Avatar planet blows up and all the blue kitties die.
Fuck.
That
No.
would be nice.
I would be a super fan of the Avatar series if in the middle of Avatar 2, like one of the Avatar things, creatures gets blasted, right? And then all of a sudden you see steel endoskeleton, and then
there you go.
And then it's all tied in. It's crazy.
Wow. Oh man, imagine if James Cameron's arc for the full 5 Avatar series is to do sort of is to basically take the Avatar guys, the Blue Kitty guys, all the way through the path of human evolution, i.e. they start out as peaceful hunter-gatherers living in the woods, then they get a little more civilized, a little more technologized, some corruption sets in. Then, of course, things get a little dangerous where there's a standoff between 2 big Avatar camps with nuclear missiles pointed at each other. And, of course, they develop artificial intelligence to control those nuclear missiles because they can't be trusted with any one Blue Kitty to have the controls over everything. And I don't know where to go after that.
I don't particularly remember what the first Avatar was about. It was about like they were trying to mine unobtainium, I believe is what it was called,
yes.
off of the planet of Pandora.
Yes. And then Jake Sully.
Basically like Last of the Mohican himself into their tribe.
Yeah, he last samurais himself in there. Yeah.
So Avatar 2 has to be them chasing some sort of MacGuffin, right? Like there's some sort of like nuclear weapon, like legendary nuclear weapon style thing that lived like the same way the first few seasons of Game of Thrones were them chasing the dragons.
Like the second one's really going to be about like, Jake Sully and his son, who is a prophesized whatever like savior figure.
The child of Jake Sully. That's a good one.
Which leads into the third one where the child is an adult. And it's like way less good, and then there's an Avatar Matrix that comes in.
All right.
The Matrix is another direction to go for it. I like that.
Sorry, I was trying to make a reference there to the Terminatrix of Terminator 3, because what's better than a Terminator? A Terminatrix.
Yeah, I forgot that was a word. It does. They didn't really exploit that.
Hi, Chase.
What's up?
How was training?
So, I might have cheated on my whoop strap.
Uh-oh.
What's a whoop strap?
The whoop strap is this thing, and it's a heart rate variability monitor, BS thing. It's like a fitness tracker, but has a heart rate monitor in it too. So it's been telling me for the past 3 days, like what my sleep schedule and what my strain level is throughout my regional training.
Basically texts him in the middle of the night. You're fucked.
Yeah,
You're fucked,
basically.
Chase. You're fucked.
So yesterday was my first full like 2-a-day on it after a like full night's sleep, and this thing was like it scores you between 0 and 21 on your exertion level, on your strain level. And today it was like, yo, yesterday was an 18.5 day. It's 98% more stressful than all people that use a Whoop strap. And it was like, you recovered 32%. So it's like, you needed to sleep 9.5 hours. You successfully slept 6 hours and 58 minutes, which is funny because I thought I was in bed for 9 hours, but I was not asleep. So today I was like starting our first piece of our workout and it got knocked off. And I was like, what Whoop strap doesn't know won't hurt it, and I just threw it across the gym because I didn't know what it would say if I just continued to push my like body into the dirt. I didn't want it to like report me to whatever the Whoop officials are.
It would be like Hal. It would just start slowly singing to you, and then it would start falling apart and its circuits would break.
That's essentially what happened.
Yeah.
So do you hope that this would give you actionable advice that you would then act upon?
No, not really.
Just
Like I know I need to sleep more, but it's kind of neat to see. Like it also tells me how many calories I burn throughout the day, and it's also neat to like kind of be able to predict when I'm going to have a good day. Like especially with the team stuff, like I can come in and actually give them like a real factual advice and be like, hey guys, I might suck a lot of ass today, which is different than like me usually being like, yo, I'm gonna be fine, and like in reality I'm like, I'm gonna die.
So today the Whoop strap was basically telling you you're not recovered and you might want to consider taking a day off.
No, it said today you're good to go for like light strain. You don't want to break 10 on your Whoop
You
strap.
definitely broke a 10.
Yeah. Well, it said for this first workout I was 10.0 exactly, but I still have
Another workout tonight.
So is this like
2 more pieces.
calibrated to your actual needs, or is this just a general Whoop strap says some stuff?
So after a week, after you have 4 recovery days in, it will be calibrated to me. Right now, it's more like general, like basing it off of other people. So
I'm afraid to put a Whoop strap on myself there because that would reveal all sorts of terrible things that I'd rather not know.
it just tells you to sleep 24/7. It's like you need a lot of recovery.
I actually have the world record Whoop strap day.
It's very true.
20.5. It says greater than 100% of other Whoop strap users. That was during my half Ironman. It's fantastic.
Tell me about
best in
these
the world.
numbers of 20.5.
I don't know. They have like this range up to 21 of what they call strain, which is what your heart rate variability gets translated into. It tells you how much strain you put your body under during training, and then it tells you
And
how
in
recovered
life.
you are.
Life's in there. Because it's
Because you wear it all the
monitoring
time.
your heart rate all the time.
You
wear
see,
it all the time.
that's what I'm scared about there is this. It measures not just your heart rate, your physical strain from working out, but just how much life is getting you down. I'm just afraid what that number would be.
I don't know if it will
It'd
tell
be
you if
maxed
life's
out
getting
at
you
all
down.
time. It doesn't.
It's not quite that sophisticated.
I was on my way to the gym and I
want it to be
You
that
seem bummed
sophisticated.
down. It's not a mood ring.
I just
like
wanted
I've
to
changed
see
colors.
what effect the Deftones the song "Shove It" had on my heart rate. So I just brought it up, and it's like it'll tell you your live like heart rate thing. It'll sit here and monitor it, and you can watch it increase as the song gets more and more intense. It was pretty accurate.
Did it work?
Yeah, not
That
as much as I thought. but
That
it
is
definitely
a
spiked my shit
scientific
up.
experiment I would like to conduct. I would like to get a random sample bunch of people and test the heart rate changes for various kinds of music.
Based off of Icelandic death metal.
I don't know. Here's the thing. It's an experiment I want to conduct. I don't know what the data would be useful for anything in life.
I feel like that's most science, though. Like, we didn't know we'd get Velcro out of the space shuttle. We just did it.
There's
Velcro ended up
necessity.
being super fucking useful too.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
you don't know.
I haven't
Maybe
tied
this
my shoes in
information-
years.
What? Oh, Velcro shoes.
Ah.
I get it.
Actually, no. I've already found a use for it. If you can reliably scientifically determine which pieces of music, which genres of music do what to your heart rate, you can have an entire. I can imagine you could arrange a whole app based upon the music that needs to play based on whatever you need to do. So you're feeling stressed, it'll like automatically connected to your Whoop strap. Say you're feeling a lot of stress. life is getting you down, the whoop strap is
And it
this
just
smart,
plays Weird
and
Al's
it will
greatest hits.
automatically start playing Enya or whatever it is that would decrease your heart rate.
I love
And
that like Cliff's idea of, all right, what's the relaxing music? I gotta search my brain real quick. I gotta think, what would one listen to relax? Enya.
I don't listen to anything other than metal, so that's the only example I could pick out, son. And then but yes, so connected to a whoop strap, so the music would then be the music app. We connect with Apple Music or some company that's trying to take it over. Spotify would play precisely the music to get you where you need to be.
This is
to
the
time it out. I need to
idea that we need to trademark right now. Like, we shouldn't be doing this
unless someone already has it. Someone is listening to this right now, probably will patent that shit. You can patent something without actually knowing how to make it or do anything with it. I'd say, ooh, yeah, even better. Let's patent it real quick, so when someone does, and they will, we can patent troll the hell out of it. I want to be a patent troll.
Here's how the patenting works. Everyone put your hands in the table together.
Yeah.
On 3, say patent. 1, 2, 3.
Patent!
All right,
we
now
did
that
it.
idea has been patented, and therefore everyone else.
So
is
I
fucked.
have not been checking, by the way, our Facebook feed. But I feel like there is not. Nope. You're not allowed
Look
to
at
look
that
already.
guy. Look at that guy. Go ahead and give that a view real quick.
Hang on.
the cliff tar.
There
Oh
we
look,
go.
it's a
I am a
giant
fan-
four-armed lumberjack Clifford.
I'm a fan of the giant forearms.
That hasn't been
and I'm a
altered at
fan
all.
of the human feet. The human feet is the best part.
Oh,
Dakota's killing it right now.
I'm gonna see that in my nightmares.
Does Dakota have just like a series of backgrounds, like just odd backgrounds that
Oh, yeah.
he uses to put? I feel bad, by the way. I don't know if I feel bad actually. What are your jobs right now? Engineering? You guys are like the video and sound engineering guys? Producers? Our producers are sitting here and they're wondering when the fuck we're actually going to talk anything that has to do with what our sport is.
Oh, yeah.
You usually sit here and you're like, oh, well, here's the cheerleading podcast. They're going to talk about cheerleading. And here's the rugby podcast. They talk about rugby. And we've been sitting here for 25 minutes and we've talked about Cliff being a fucking centaur.
By the way, we also have another really good comment
You
here.
asked Chase what he did for his regionals workout, which was a relevant question that never actually got. We just cut him off with the answer.
The Cliff Tar is real.
We can make this happen. We can make this happen, guys.
Cliff, why don't you own a Cliff Tar
I
suit?
should, man.
An inflatable centaur costume.
I already see multiple problems we may run into with this.
Like it's too small.
Like it's made for
Oh,
a
yeah.
regular
the
sized
dick
human
is
being.
too small. The
Yeah,
dick,
dick
is
is.
way bigger.
There's not enough room for that.
That centaur's dick.
Is that
Does a
Adam
centaur-
Scott from Parks and Rec?
It sure does look like
Does
him.
a centaur have a human-sized dick or a horse-sized dick?
Definitely horse size.
It's horse sized, but it looks like a human
It
dick.
needs to be a meme. You know, like how would a horse wear pants like this or like this? Where's a horse's dick? God, someone get on
Where's
that.
a centaur's dick? Is it in its front legs or is it in its back legs?
It's actually right out of the human chest.
Twist. There's two of them.
It could be part of it. I don't fucking know. I don't know. That's really strange. All right, so
Yeah,
I'm gonna move on. We're gonna move on.
do you want to know about what we did today?
Yes, I want to know what you did today, Chase.
So we broke up. So we're training 6
broke
people.
up?
Yeah, we broke up the band. We were like, fuck this, we're not doing it. We broke up into 2 teams because we have 6 people on our team, like 2 alternates. And we did 3 guys, 3 girls, and then we did a race of shit. What was the first part? Okay, you had to do 300 double unders as a team. So one person's working, and then 2 people are resting, but they're resting in a locked out top of the dip on some rings.
Oh,
That's not fun at
that
all.
sucks.
Yeah, so you're cycling out and trying not to burn out each other's triceps. And as soon as you finish that, you move on to one person's working to complete 60 dumbbell snatches at 75 pounds for the men, 55 pounds for the women, while the other 2 members are doing a chin over the bar hold.
Jesus.
Yeah, which
That's-
was the only thing I had to look forward to this, and you'll see why, because the next piece was 100 deficit handstand push-ups.
Oh God.
While the other 2 members rested in a handstand push-up, like lockout
Against a wall, right?
against the wall.
Thank
You
God.
fucked.
These-
What happened?
Well, here's the thing. All of those are doable even for someone like me a little bit, except for the chin over the bar position. Unless I could actually hook my chin on the bar itself and kind of rest a little bit on there.
I didn't ask, but he answered that before we could. I was like, okay. No, you have to keep it well above it don't even have your like beard touching.
Be like 2011 Annie on the weighted pull-up event at the 2011 games. I looked at it. She was really close on that weighted pull-up, and if you look, you can see she gets over the bar by using her chin. It was a weighted chest to bar.
It was a weighted chest to bar.
She actually uses her chin
with
to
no
get into her chest.
strict requirement. You could kip if you wanted to.
Oh yeah, there was plenty of kipping involved, but I don't think chin assist is part of it.
That's a good
so
point.
there's never pointed out by anybody. Clearly a no rep the.
So are you trying to
most
say
obvious
that
kind of
Annie
way.
should not have won the 2011 CrossFit Games?
I'm saying she should retroactively have her place taken away, just like because I see that as
This
I
is
see
not
that
the
as even
FloElite
worse.
stance.
I see that
Yeah.
as even worse than Ricky Garrard cheating.
FloElite does not agree
No,
with
no.
this stance.
No, this
Clifford is not representative.
I mean,
His opinions.
Yeah, he had his his third place trophy taken away for I forget what. It's not clearly not as big a violation as using a chin to.
She
connect
was
to that
so
bar.
nice to us.
Oh.
She let you do a strict press in her gym.
Wearing that exact shirt. Or the
Not
white
this exact
version.
shirt. This was it was another thing
was
shirt.
it was a white
It was
version.
the white thing shirt that has the super badass toothy head guy who pops out of the guy's chest. It's in the thing when a guy is having a heart attack. Does the pads on the chest? The pads sink in. One mouth. Bites his hands off, that guy dies, and then out of the hole in the chest, out of that mouth, pops up that whole like spider guy that has a head on it.
Yes.
While simultaneously there's his
There it is.
actual head, the guy's actual head is melting off and turns into another spidery head. Later, there we go.
What?
There it is.
Oh my god, it's awesome. Oh my god, look at the blood. It's
Have
great.
you never seen The Thing?
Dude,
Yeah,
it's the
dude.
best fucking thing
What?
ever.
Really?
Go to watch. Keep
It's
watching.
incredible. This movie's incredible. You really have to watch this movie.
Yep, it is the coolest.
Um,
And then, oh my god, we're going to see the guy with the head.
so
the guy with the head.
while this
Yeah.
is happening,
And that is my shirt right there. See that?
it's beautiful.
Fuck yeah.
Jesus' face is so
Yeah,
good.
okay, that I think The Thing could be good for movie night. We've been trying to do a movie night amongst the
Yeah.
Scale is Needed crew, just
And-
so that we have older movies to talk about rather than shitty new
Is
ones every week.
is that like an updated version of this of The Thing? Like, did they update it with newer special effects?
No,
it just
this
looks
is
that
all.
good,
This is
man.
all what
It
was.
just looks that good.
Yeah, yeah.
That's so crazy.
It looks. It's real, man.
I feel like
it's,
I've never
it's
seen
Rob
this movie
Bottin.
in HD.
Oh, yeah. It's 2351, motherfucker.
I don't know what that means.
Yeah, guys, I can't
The
do this
really
movie.
widescreen.
Oh, okay.
This is too much nightmare fuel.
Really? Oh, dude, it's really fucking good.
Yep.
Look, it's using its tongue
Because
to pull
this
its
shit
head.
is scarier, man. Because it's just Rob Bottin, who is my personal favorite makeup special effects guy. He basically had free reign to do whatever the fuck he wanted to do with this shit.
And he
Rob
killed
Bottin is behind also Legend, both the Swamp Witch and the little troll guys, and of course Darkness in Legend. So all that stuff. Yeah, The Howling as well. The Howling is fine.
I have no idea what either of those movies are.
Legend, starring Tom Cruise.
Is he a vampire?
You're fucking with me. The Ridley Scott movie, Legend.
You can keep repeating it. I have
Where's
no
all
idea what
this-
you're talking about.
Hold on a
Wait,
second.
wait, sorry. I was
Hold
distracted
on.
trying to find another clip. Like, what?
I don't know what that movie is. Legend?
Starring. You are fucking with me.
You say starring Tom Cruise again. I just don't know what movie you're talking about. What movie is
This
that?
is a long con
It's
here.
not a long con. Maybe if I see it, I'd recognize it, but I do not know.
Okay. Ridley Scott,
Yes,
after Blade Runner,
Yes.
directed a fantasy movie
called Legend.
called Legend,
Never seen
starring
it.
Tom Cruise.
Definitely don't recognize
with
this.
Tim Curry playing a giant evil demon that he fights.
Oh yeah, no, I have never heard of this.
What?
I have the exact same question, Clifford. What indeed? Is it good?
It's beyond good, Armen. It's good. It's good to the point where you're the fact that you haven't seen it at this point and are either pretend the fact that I actually want to hurt you now, like physically hurt you as a result of you not having seen this fucking movie or heard of it.
Yeah, I don't know. Never heard of it.
Oh yeah, there's 2 cuts of the movie too. With 2
Oh,
different
wait a second.
scores.
Wait a second.
Yep.
The demon I recognize.
The demon you recognize
Because I feel like I've seen a video picture video of the demon. The demon has a crazy fucking voice. Were we talking about that on this podcast?
I'm sure we have talked about this movie on this podcast before.
He cuts off the unicorn's horn?
Yeah, that's his whole thing, man. That's how you bring darkness into the world.
Oh,
and of
that's
course,
fucked
he'd
up.
want to bring darkness into the world because his name is Darkness.
It's true.
And it's played by Tim Curry?
Tim Curry as a giant 7-foot demon. Sexy demon with abs.
Well, of course. As most demons should. At that demon CrossFits, obviously. And we brought it full circle. We're back to the fitness podcast.
Yeah, we need to do something with CrossFit's Meridian version of Matt Fraser. This Will Georges.
George's?
Yeah, I don't know how you say it.
I don't know either.
Well,
What about him?
that's a change in subject, but
Will
I'm
Georges.
curious.
What makes him the Meridian Matt Fraser?
He looks like Matt Fraser in some photos, but he also looks like Alex Vigneault. He's like a mixture of both of them.
He's like Matt Vignon.
Yo.
Alex Fraser.
But no, he seems to be like a really fit guy that nobody knows anything about.
No one knows anything about him.
Like,
I mean, he came out of nowhere. He did great.
He's a
during the
Nike
Open.
athlete. Nike athlete, 25 years old, and he seems to be crushing it. I'm excited to see what he does at regionals if he makes it to the games.
Do you think he's going to make it to the games?
I mean, it'll be
I mean,
his open placement would predict that he would go.
I don't know,
But
man. That's
Meridian's
a really
hard to get
stacked
out of.
region. The men in there are stacked. They were talking about BK Goodmanson.
And you have to kill BK to be able to get out.
That's true. Very difficult to do. You're talking about Yonakoski isn't competing this year. His
Nope.
knee was fucked up.
Khan's not. Khan's.
Khan is in Pacific.
Yeah, my bad.
Yeah. God, who else is up there? Erasmus might be competing in Meridian this year. There's a couple dudes out of Dubai that compete in Meridian.
Yeah, man, it's really hard to think about that region because it's not America.
Yeah. It's really easy to forget everyone that yeah, there's a whole lot of people in there. I wanna before this starts shutting down, because we really are starting to
Get 'em against that
literally like have spent 40 minutes talking about nothing.
Oh, yeah.
Which is
That is our
pretty
specialty.
par for the course, but you know, let's maybe try and redeem this at the very end here, because before we started, I was asked what is it we're going to talk about so that we can put it in the description of all the live videos. And then
I know. I know what it'll be. I know what it'll be before you say it.
I
I'll
provided
let you
nothing
say it.
about these things. So what am I going to talk about, Cliff?
Well, I
we
think
hit
you're
on one of them?
obviously going to talk about the Andre the Giant movie.
Oh, that was one thing I wanted to talk about.
We've all seen the Andre the Giant movie.
We have all seen
And
it.
we
Not
wanna
all of
talk
us have
about
seen
it.
it yet.
You
Also,
haven't
Kyle
seen it?
isn't here yet.
Kyle isn't here,
So
we
let's do this next
We
week.
should do that
Okay.
next week. But I want
Yeah,
to talk
because
about.
I definitely watched it.
I want to talk about Brooke Wells.
Oh,
Brooke Wells.
I always
and
want to talk about Brooke Wells.
CrossFit HQ and 18.4. So I don't know.
Friend of the podcast, Brooke Wells.
Yes,
That's strong.
That's
She's watching right now.
probably.
Acquaintance of the podcast.
Yeah, let's go with acquaintance of
Like-
the podcast. So
Friendly neighbor of the podcast.
neighbor of the podcast.
Let's call it frenemy of the podcast, except remove the F
She's not
and
an
the and the
enemy.
R that's in there.
I think the most important thing is this isn't 100% just about Brooke Wells. It's more about HQ.
That's the point
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to get at. I think Brooke got the short end of the stick for a lot of this. So her 18.4 video, nice, is it wasn't great. It was very poor quality. It was really fucking far away. You can't really tell what's going on.
But
And
to be fair,
18.4 was that the handstand push-up?
Yes.
Thing? Ooh, of
But-
course she fucked that up.
but to be fair, the workout is positioned in a way that you have to have a shitty video because you have to set it up on the opposite side of where you do your handstand walk, which is 25 feet away from the wall. So unless you have like a DSLR camera, it's probably going to be a little bit grainy because
Yeah.
most of us use our iPhones, and not everybody has the best iPhone.
And while Brooke is not known for her gymnastics abilities,
She is known for her lordosis.
she
which
is known for
not-
her lordosis, which is
definitely
not very
does not
helpful
help for this
Right.
particular
which is not very helpful.
CrossFit
So there's a lot
standard.
of things going into why this video is not flattering, right? But the real problem, in my opinion, isn't necessarily with Brooke's video. Yes, she needs to figure out a way to fix her handstand push-up form. Yes, she needs to be able to prove that she's meeting the standard more clearly, but those things are secondary to the fact that CrossFit HQ has yet again basically like double birds to everybody and been like, hey guys, you're playing our game and we get to make up the rules and follow the rules however we want to.
correct.
And the biggest reason why this is now clear yet again is that basically, you know, Brooke's 18.4 video got public. A bunch of people saw it and were like, what the fuck's going on? And then turned it into this situation where, the public outcry turned into a bigger deal than what the video should have been, because the video could have just been privately submitted to HQ and never made public. But HQ basically came back and officially said, we see it. We can tell the video quality is bad. We can tell they're like at least some handstand push-up reps that are not good, but we're not going to do anything about it because the videos aren't for checking the standard. The videos are to make sure that the athlete has the capacity to do what they said they did.
So the day that this video like went all public and everybody saw it, there was a big uproar. Is that Armen was traveling somewhere and was texting me about it, just completely flipping out. And I was like, well, what do you think's going to do? What do you think HQ's going to do? Just decline her video and she'll have to resubmit or do something? He's like, no, they're going to say that the video isn't good enough quality to say that those weren't no reps and that they just have to trust the judge. And bada boom, bada bang,
exactly
later that evening.
Yeah.
So could they also retroactively put Jacob Hepner in regionals?
That's a great question. Why shouldn't they? Because if you're looking for a video that proves you have the capacity and the standard doesn't really matter, then why shouldn't they just allow Jacob Hepner to come compete at regionals? Because he clearly has the capacity.
Right?
He did have a judge.
He had a judge, so he didn't really need the video. The video wasn't dependent upon the video.
Yeah.
It just demonstrates he has the capacity.
So there's so many different things going on here. The HQ has used videos as standard check before. In 2016, Josh Bridges took a 15% cut on his score from the deadlift, handstand push-up, wall ball rowing workout because of the video. And yet in that case, he had submitted the video directly to HQ, said, hey, I got the #1 score. He did it on like Sunday. He's like, hey guys, I know no one else is going to beat this, so here's the #1 score. And they were like, hey, thumbs up, congratulations, you've won 16.4. And then the video comes out and everyone's like, hey, what the fuck? His deadlifts don't look good. And so HQ goes back. Yeah, they go back on what they told Bridges and they remove part of his score and they punish him.
I feel like these videos are being judged by that robot in the Transformers animated movie that was sitting in judgment over people to have them thrown into the in the water pit. And he had
what the fuck are you referencing?
And he had and the robot had 3 faces. It was a judge robot that had 3 faces that rotated.
Yep.
Guilty, innocent. It had 3 different heads, so I have a feeling that that robot, that 3-faced robot, and passing in judgment. Yes, there we go.
Here he
is
is
the one actually judging the videos. So it's kind of a see. Oh,
wow.
4 heads maybe. 4 heads.
Is that a pit of robot sharks to eat that robot body?
You
Yes.
betcha.
All right. I can't. Anyway,
Wait,
But
pause. Wait. This is another thing we're realizing right now. Did you never watch
the Transformers
Transformers
cartoon?
movie?
No.
No, not the cartoon. Doesn't matter the cartoon. The last time Orson Welles acted in anything.
No.
Transformers, the movie.
No.
Well, fuck you.
The movie is a goddamn masterpiece.
It is actually very
not
good.
fucking with you.
Yeah, no, it is.
It's
like,
it's better than all of the live
Is it on
action.
Netflix? I'll watch it on Netflix at some point. Is it on Netflix? Is it on Amazon Prime or Hulu? I give money to all of those things. I'll watch it at some point.
I don't know.
Maybe we'll see.
Did we talk about why there's a camera on the table?
We haven't talked about why there's a fucking camera on the
because we're
table.
getting
We've
into the
been
fact that
talking
Armen
about
has committed a sin
bullshit
here.
this entire fucking time.
Hold on. Now that you've seen the goddamn robot head with the rotating faces there, can you not agree that that is a good assessment of the way the videos submissions are working there?
No, that is not at all a good assessment of how the video. Here's how the video submission across the HQ works.
They're like,
is
who
it
is this?
someone?
So Armen disagrees. Armen disagrees.
Who is it? That's what they ask. Like, whose video is it? Like, there's someone in a bathroom. They're like, Dave, someone submitted a video. We gotta check it out. And he like creeps open the door and he goes, whose video is it? Brooke Wells. Thumbs up and closes the door. Goes back to shit. Like, that's basically what it looks like. And if that's what it's gonna be, that's fine. But at least fucking have some consistency, because you can't have it both ways. You can't both use the videos as a standard check and at the same time also use the videos as
That's where you're wrong. It's the CrossFit Open where the rules are made up and nothing matters. 100%. That's
Nothing
all it is.
matters except everything matters.
That's a good point. That's a good point.
So we've learned that they by that rule. See, I'm a little more generous to HQ in that I think it's merely random, like a random robot face that rotates in 3 different directions. You think there's bias against
No,
Josh Bridges,
the
but
real reason that
towards
Armen
Brooke
disagrees.
Wells.
I really don't think there's bias. I really don't. I don't think there's some sort of strange like conspiracy that says like, oh, Brooke Wells is a marketable asset and we need to get her into regionals and get her into the games. I don't think that's the case at all. I think that would be suggesting that CrossFit HQ is like diabolically bad, evil in what they're doing. And I don't think they are. I think they literally are just talking themselves around in a circle. Like they're just deciding things on the fly and retroactively trying to make themselves feel like they know what they're doing, which is okay if you're trying to figure it out to begin with. But we're in the fucking like 11th year of this thing. At this point, we should probably have some ground rules. We should probably have some reality as to what's going on. It's because if the video submission is not going to be used as a standards check, then what the fuck is the point of the video submission to begin with? Because they even, by the way, don't even require you to submit the video of that performance. So let's say they asked for 18.4 and they're like, hey, we need your 18.4 video. They don't want the video necessarily that you did then. You can redo the workout and submit a new video of the workout.
Yeah.
So there's no excuse.
There's no excuse.
There's no reason why the system works the way they have planned it to work. It's like it's this strange convoluted circle logic that they have where they're just right 100% of the time and they cannot be wrong, and they'll never apologize for making any mistakes because gotcha, they don't make mistakes.
No, they don't. It's infallible.
That's right. All praises
to our
Lord
corporate
and Savior.
overlords, CrossFit HQ.
That's right.
All praise the robot head.
Yeah.
Okay.
And by the way, the real reason Armen disagrees, what I was saying before, is he doesn't believe that it is the thing from the Transformers movie because he's never seen that. He's actually referencing the Living Tribunal from Marvel Comics, another 3-headed
That thing's
tribunal.
dope looking.
Yeah, that thing's got some cliff arm going on.
Is that Africa for his tricep?
It looks like it.
Yes, it is.
The Living Tribunal.
Living Tribunal, man.
Wow. What a reference. Nice, Daniel.
That was all from me.
All right, so we're right up against it. And yeah, that's we're just going to call it.
So you don't want to tell us about the camera?
Yeah.
Secret?
I have a camera and I'm doing a vlog and it's awesome. And I live edit it every night if you guys want to jump in and watch me edit it.
Yeah, it's on Twitch, right?
On Twitch, that's right.
I'm only watching because I want to see him have a meltdown on like the 3rd night. He should be coming up on
It's coming up real quick. It's coming up real quick.
Screams and breaks his laptop
By
alive.
live edit on Twitch, that means
I literally edit the vlog.
What's the Twitch name?
Armen Hoists. Same thing as all my other things.
Oh, meaning you're just the live Twitch stream is showing you fucking
cutting-
around with an editing program trying to edit the thing.
Trying to edit successfully editing the thing,
Armen-
motherfucker.
Oh, I fucked up. Which key is it that makes the thing go onto the end of it? How do I separate the audio track?
I have
from the-
like a little cheat sheet keyboard cover that I put over my keyboard. No, that's not true.
Armen
don't use it.
exists on the idea of the same idea as the Field of Dreams, that if he just creates something, people come and show up and
I
watch
like
it.
that this live edit is just you browsing. Oh no, you're browsing FirstCom. That's
Yeah,
cool.
so for 20 minutes of this video, the last night was very challenging for me to find the song that I was going to use. So the first third of it, or the first quarter of it, is pretty much all trying to find.
So just seeing Final Cut
Well,
up
I
there.
love
Okay.
that like the corner of the screen is just Armen looking confused.
Yes.
So I don't.
Well, I'm editing. What else am I supposed to look
here's
like?
what I'm disappointed by. I believe the time when this podcast has been going on, I don't think it did overlap with the time I spent as an editor. But
No.
I would have had some entertaining Twitch edits going on for some of these Flow Sports things. With
I don't know why we don't do it.
Lots of cursing and slamming my fist into things. I thought it was a roach. Jesus Christ.
No, it's just a wedding ring.
I see a black thing moving at my wrist. I'm just calibrated to think of it as a roach.
Fair enough.
Uh-huh.
All right. So yes, that's why I have a camera on there, and
Yeah, it's part of Chasing Fitness, out every day at
Every
some
day.
time.
Every
Usually in the
day,
mornings.
sometime.
that's right. Let's get our social medias and get the fuck out of here. I'm tired.
Oh, sure. Yeah, I am at Cliff Bogart in a now bummed out and unenthusiastic Instagram channel.
Wait, why?
Well, because of you, man. You just bummed me out.
He is also at Cliff Farms.
The source for all your goat, sheep, and human cheese.
Look, man, like the human cheese isn't dairy. It's fine. It's totally fine. I'm at a Supersonic Man on Instagram, Twitter, and whatever else.
I'm Chase504 on all the things. Drop in and see what I'm doing for regionals, whatever. Or just rant about how my form looks like shit on stuff. That's fine, too.
Noise. Kyle is at Mr. Kyle Bogart on some goddamn Instagram account on the internet. Sure. And you can find me at Armen Hoists on all the things. Thank you so much, everybody. And we will catch you next. Whoa, hold on. What?
Hold on. Did we ever correct that Kyle isn't fired? By
No,
the way?
no. Kyle is definitely not fired.
He's still on the podcast.
He's on a project.
Just in case anyone left that hanging there.
No, yeah. That's
Kyle's
not,
coming back.
I like the idea that we have a rabid fan base to be like, where's Kyle?
I don't know, but I said that he was fired at the beginning, but then never corrected that.
Yeah.
We should
That's very nice of you to correct
that's just, so we need to get back to doing reviews again, by the way, anyway. So if we get 200 5-star reviews,
we'll actually fire
Kyle.
I don't like that idea.
I don't know if that's a good idea. But fair enough.
We'll fire... Hey, 200 5-star reviews. We will fire someone at
this table. this sets a dangerous precedent. I don't...
Oh, okay. Well,
fire someone at this table to be determined through shaker bottle roulette.
Oh, God. I do not condone any of this. Thank you so much, everybody, and we'll catch you next week. Later.